Good evening, everybody. How are you doing tonight? Hope all is well. It's great to have you in. You'll probably notice right away that the chat is off. I hope you guys can stay with me. I'm not going to be on for very long. Just a couple of things I need to address for everybody. And we don't do this too often, but it's just easier to talk once in a while like this, just to get a few things out there that need addressing. And to keep a train of thought. That's why. I'm sure a lot of you have seen when we're on. Executives usually tell me not to look at the chat. And I have something that it's a little more sensitive, and I don't want to. I don't want it to come off the wrong way. That's why also I disabled the chat. It's great to have you all in. But if you can hit the like button, that would really help out a lot. It would be greatly appreciated. I know it's weird to do this. I could just record it and put it up, but I digress. I'll get into that in a minute why as well, doing it this way. But it's great to have you all in. I'm just waiting a second, just give enough chance for more people to get in, and then I'll get started. Once again, if you're just joining, I shut off the chat, but I'm not going to be on for long. I'll tell you why in a few minutes. I hope you guys can just listen to what I have to say and why I'm doing this. If you've been following us for a while, you know it's not too often we've ever done it, maybe a handful of times. But just sometimes it's just better to get the message across and a little more concise that way. So it's great having you all in here. Once again, if you can hit the like button, that is hugely appreciated. And let people know. As you can see around me, we're back in Montreal. We got back in last night. We left at 5 o'clock, I believe it was. And we got home around 1:30 in the morning. It was a long drive and a tiring drive, but we're back nonetheless. Like I said, guys, I'm just keep repeating it to anybody new in here. The chat is disabled for this one, but I'm not going to be on for very long. But if you guys can have a few minutes to listen in, it'd be greatly appreciated. It was just a couple of things I wanted to address with you guys. Wow, great turnout already. You guys are absolutely awesome. I was just waiting about another 2 minutes or so just to make sure there's enough people in to get started. I don't want to repeat for everybody. So, and once I get going, sometimes it's hard to get me back on. So, but it's great to have you all in. I hope you guys all had a fantastic holiday season. Lots of great memories with family and stuff. Lots of good things in your life. I'm really hoping for the best. So everybody deserves that. That's for sure. And no different here. I wish nothing more for you guys, nothing less. So hope you had a really great one. Thank you for being here. If you haven't hit the like button yet, if you can, please do. It really does help. I want to get into it in just a second, guys, and talk about why the chat's disabled and what I just got to tell some people about what's going on with us, what's happening with us in our show, and as well talk about a few things on YouTube that's going on that I know we're getting a lot of messages about. So there's been a lot. It just never seems to stop. So, which I guess that's just what the platform's at this day and age. So as far as YouTube goes. Well, I guess there's no time like the present to get into it. So why is the chat disabled? Because the first thing I want to talk about that happened, I didn't want people giving super chats and what I'm about to talk about, there's no sympathies needed like given to us or anything. It's a bit hard to jump into. Now, because YouTube likes to demonetize a lot of subjects, you're going to have to read between the lines with what I'm about to talk about. Because I don't want to get this limited monetization. And no, it's not for the money. It's because nobody will see it after that. Especially, if any of you were following us through Christmas, you've seen or know us from before, I come from a very small town. Town of 300. The town beside is about 350. They amalgamated now. Now they're a whole about 700 total. And another, the big town where you go shop is about 3,400 people. Everybody knows everybody there in some shape or form, kind of like we all do here. YouTube as a community there. That's just the way it is growing up. Xenia and I made a conscious decision last year to stop being so involved on social media, especially Facebook. especially Facebook. Found it was just too much time taken with it, too much of a distraction, too much of a hindrance. But then again, sometimes you miss the odd thing. And not knowing, we got home on the 22nd, I believe it was. I didn't know. There's a girl I know that I grew up with, and she's very good friends with my sister. They don't see each other every day. She's a single mom. And right before we got home, now this is where you have to read between the lines, folks. I don't like using the terms I got to use, but I'm trying to work with YouTube the best I know how to. She lost her dad and her mom pretty much within a year of each other. And I didn't know what was going on, and she had been a little vocal about it a bit on Facebook with friends, but mostly talking like within her private circle. She has a son that was having a lot of troubles, and he was 15 years old, and she's done everything there humanly is possible to help. And just before we got home, I think it's 2 days before we got home, unfortunately, at 15 years old, he decided that it was just too hard to keep carrying on, and extinguished his fire. And I hate using that term. I feel it's so derogatory to what happened with him, but we can't use the actual word because YouTube will come down on us like a hammer. But at 15 years old, he just didn't see a way out, I guess. And a very, very sad event for somebody who's already lost so much, and only parent. Divorced. The father was still involved. But yeah. So with that said, and please, this is also why I disabled the chat. There's no sympathies for me or anything like that. We're friends, but we don't see each other that much. It's not that close. I'm going to get to the point of why I'm telling you this in a second, but that's why it's not. So next time we're on live, and you don't have to get no sympathies, no not like that. It's the sympathies would go to her. I mean, like I say, my sister's very close to her. The thing is that before we went home, we were pushing on everything pretty hard. Our photography and video season has come to an end pretty much, unless, like the odd jobs of going out. So now we're left mostly with contract work and doing here, kids in school and everything else. And you push and push and push because there's only so many hours in a day. And when we went home, after hearing that, we have a child that's 13, we have a daughter that's 9, a son that's 22. And to me, a kid is a kid. It'll always be your kid. And when something like that happens, it makes you think, whether it's your child, their child, it's just a moment to put things in perspective. And I don't want to talk like, oh, well, you see that they went through that, so, we all have to learn and change our lives and do everything right. That the world doesn't work like that. We all say that when a tragic thing like that happens, that we found this life-altering experience and we're going to do everything. Life is still going to have to happen. And as much as we'd like to, and we'll try to always be better, we're never going to be perfect at it. But we went home with a lot of intentions that, we're home. We're going to start working on designing for January, do some of the stuff we couldn't do up here. There'll be less distractions, get into that and everything else. And then you just kind of stop and realize there's distractions, but there's good distractions. There's some kids right there that are on their Christmas holidays. You're at your parents' house. Your family around that I don't see very much through the year. And it's just sometimes you got to just step away from everything. And that definitely includes YouTube as well. We're not quitting. We're not going to be gone for it. That's not the case. The case is that, sometimes you just got to put the brakes on and say, yeah, it's time to think this out for a second. And that's exactly what we did. And, that leads me to a lot of the messages we've been getting. A lot of people have been freaking out, and rightfully so. I'm not knocking onto it. Believe you me. You're not the only ones. Is about what's going on with the subscriber count over the Christmas holidays. I want to tell you that because I know a lot of people have been freaking out. We got some messages. We've been getting like it's been just constant about that. And we got hit as well. We've got hit as well. We lost almost 100, then we went back up again. We gained, I don't know, 35, 40. Where it's going to stop, nobody knows. And we could have been working on getting new subscribers while we were down there, without a doubt. And we came back here with the idea of, you know what, now we had a break and we're going to get back and get our show running tonight and have the wheel. And that's why some people were also messaging tonight, you know, oh, the wheel, I'm glad you guys are not going to have it on. God, I got to get my numbers back up. I understand where you're coming from, and we're in the same boat. But we made a conscious decision that we haven't gone and like to a hotel in a while. We used to do that a lot, and we haven't gone lately and stuff. And we've just decided to put things on hold into the new year, and we're going to take the kids to Ottawa for Christmas. For New Year's, excuse me. We haven't done that in a long time. We're not going to go anywhere too far because right now we got, you know, we've already driven 800 kilometers. I don't feel like doing another long drive and all that stuff. But Ottawa's our nation's capital, so we're going there for 2 days to spend with them. We'll be going live on through there as, like, you know, like we've been doing through our holiday stints and stuff like that. The message I just wanted to say is, on that part is, you're going to be okay. Unless you've been buying subscribers, you're going to lose some, but it's not going to be as drastic as you think. But it doesn't mean it doesn't sting and it doesn't hurt. Xenia and I busted our ass to get to the next level. That was one of the hardest ones we've ever had, was from 10,000 to 11,000. And it sucked. It sucks. I don't know. It sucks to see it go down below that. It broke. It just eats at you. But we've been through this before, lots of us, guys. Your channel's not going to be destroyed. And I know you work so hard for what you got. Is YouTube taking away some of the older ones that aren't watching? Yes. And is some of the ones that currently watch you going to get taken away as well to the mix? Yes. I joined 3 this morning. I dropped in to see Canadian Drone Hub. But not all is lost. I want to tell you. You don't drive yourself crazy worrying about it. It's not as bad as it sounds. It's annoying. It's frustrating. And guess what? The New Year's coming up. People have done their Christmas spending, and now they don't want to go out to the stores, and there's all kinds of new audiences there again. And I'm not saying to downplay the loss of subscribers. Just remember, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. So don't take it seriously. And I commend some. I know some people are thinking like, oh, all they want is subscribe. No, I know some of them really work hard at their channel, and they're really concerned. You're not the only one getting it. It's all across YouTube. They've been calling it the Christmas, over Twitter, they've been calling it the Christmas Purge. It happens, unfortunately. And it's just going to be more a sign of the times. And it is hard. Anybody's been in YouTube for a bit. There's a reason why Xenia and I busted our asses to get to 10K before they started rounding the numbers. We knew exactly how much harder it was going to be once people couldn't see an exact count anymore. But wherever you're at, you're going to keep on growing, and you're going to be gaining. If you look at your numbers and look at them, you're going to see you've grown and you've lost, and there's a ratio. I think like in the last 28 days, you know, we lost more because of the purge. We still gained 120 some when it balances out. And if you're at 1,000 and you lost 20, but you gained 35, well, you're up 15 onto it. And per scale, it's about the same thing. Just don't beat yourself up about it too much, and don't worry about it. Because although we'll never take fully to life the lessons we should take, what happened when her son decided that he was going to make a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And I'm sorry for all the lingo between it, guys. I just can't use the word because YouTube then just shadow bans the whole thing, and then nobody gets to see it. It does make you think for the moment how sometimes things are just more important, and that things aren't as drastic as they seem, and there is light at the end of the, and things will get better, and some things are just little blips on the radar, even though they feel big right now. So all I just wanted to tell you was, don't let it consume you. Don't let it consume you. You're going to be fine onto it, like I say. Unless you've been buying, because you can bot people's views, they can bot them, they can go up and down, all that, which usually gets taken away by YouTube anyways. For the most part, they can filter it out after a bit. But subscribers, you either have to go and create a bunch of fake accounts to join your channel, or you got to buy them. And either way, you cannot say you. What would be the most you could create? 200 fake accounts. How are you going to keep them all active enough to look right? Of course, YouTube's going to take them away after a while, and the same when you buy them because they're there and gone. So don't take drastic measures like that with it. Wait it out. Just get angry, bang your desk, curse. We all do. I've done it. And then just hit the grind again and go out looking for them. I showed you guys the page I've been using for a while to find new channels that are in different niches that I'm interested into, and use tools like that. Also, too, don't go into places where it's all full sub for sub and Fox 24 or CNN live broadcast where it's just sub for sub. You're not helping your cause. If you do stuff like that, get ready for the next purge, because then you're going to have a great big dip. And unless you're ready to keep buying them over and over and over and over again, or keep going to places like that, what's the point? Subscribers are important. Don't let anybody else tell you they're not. You do need them. But they got to come with some sort of engagement or chance of engagement. If you're going any of those routes, there's zero chance of engagement. Zero. Not a chance in hell that they're ever going to watch you. So don't take it out of the moment and get frustrated because your numbers aren't exactly what they are. Then you're more worried about what other people see in your numbers. Worry about subscribers in the view of how the algorithm sees them. That's the thing to always remember. That's what's going to win the end of the day. So I just want to say, because I know it can be tempting sometimes, and I hear some of the stuff said, but just keep that in mind. You're okay. You're not going to lose that much. It's a big chunk. I don't want to downplay it. I don't want to sound like an elitist or snob onto it. I'm just saying your channel won't fade away because of it. You will be okay when it's said and done. And you'll be back up before you know it. So just don't let it eat at you too much. We've been getting a lot of messages. And once again, guys, we've kind of been on the... Xenia's been doing more on the social media. I've been helping her out some on the questions and stuff like that, and the private messages and the help. We're doing our best, but really we're trying not to get too consumed into it over the holidays till the kids come back or we get back and get going. Just trying to make this time with them a little more special, a little disconnected, and also for you guys as well, so we kind of come back, because I feel at the end we were kind of like tired and lumbering, and you guys deserve better than that. You really do. You give a lot to us, in so many ways, and we're just burnt out. That's it. Oh God, there you go. But so I just wanted to pass that on to you guys. I just want just to think about that. Don't do anything drastic. Don't let YouTube bring you down to the point that it ruins your Christmas or your holidays like that. Like some I feel so bad for, because that's exactly what I'm seeing. Don't let that happen. It's not worth it. It's going to get better. It usually, and I mean, nobody has a crystal ball, but January is a really good month to get going again. There's a lot of people, like I say, they spend all their money. Now they want to sit back and just watch stuff and be entertained and be distracted and all that. And that's what we're here to do if you have a channel on YouTube. In the end, we're here to entertain the masses, not the individual. So I just wanted to put that forward to you guys. Take a moment and just put it all in perspective. Don't beat yourself up over it. You're doing good, okay? And use this time to start getting things ready for new things you can bring in the home, new techniques you can learn, new things you can do, the gadget you bought yourself for Christmas, maybe for a new tripod or a new software or whatever. Take your time to get that better and use that to wow everybody. And you'll have more than you ever dreamed of before you worried about losing the ones you did. It's a normal state on here, and it's just going to become more normal on YouTube. So it's not a game for the lighthearted, this platform. And like I said too, it bothered me. I mean, we took 2 big hits right away, and then we went back up some, and then I don't know where it's going to stop. But it is what it is, you know. And in the end, it's not so drastic. It's with the big purge that everybody worried about. Was it around Christmas time, I believe, last year, January last year, I think, or February. We worried about it. We were right in sync with people who had 4,000 to 6,000 subscribers. We all kind of lost around the same. I think we lost 41. And this time as well, we actually lost less because we got some of them back. But even if we lost 100, we're still well in that realm for a channel that's 10 to 11. That same as if you lose 10 and you're at 1,000, you're right in that realm. Or even if you lose 30, you can get that back like that. Look how quickly you've grown in the time you've been on here. So don't be too hard on yourself. Just take a moment and put everything in perspective. And as I say, I'm sorry we're not answering everybody's messages. We are trying our absolute best. And we're going to get back into it. So, you know, just bear with us through that. We do sometimes, I mean, Xenia, she's a godsend when it comes to answering. She does a lot of them, a lot. And I see her sometimes up till 2 in the morning just answering people. So we do care. It's just that time of year. And our kids need us too. So, but we're going to go to Ottawa with them for 2 days, and we're really looking forward to it. And hope you guys can join us along on some of the videos from it, because we will take some for sure. We're hoping to catch the fireworks at the Parliament building, and that I've never seen before. Ottawa is one of our favorite cities, both of us. It's a lot like Edinburgh, Scotland. That's our capital here in Canada, if you weren't aware. So I think there'll be some real fun times out of it, and the kids are really excited to go. And we might be on, who knows, maybe tomorrow night. But I just wanted to come and tell you guys, that's why we didn't do the wheel tonight. We got home late last night. Our kids are playing with their stuff they got from Christmas, so it was a bit harder to use down at my parents' house. My son got an Oculus that I was extremely excited about. I tried it. A little nauseous by times, both Xenia and I, from it, but a lot of fun. My daughter, she got lots of things that she was looking for. And, you know, just remember the good things, that's all. And this is just going to be a blip in the radar. It sucks when it happens, but it'll be in the review mirror before you know it. You guys got this. Don't cut yourself some slack. You deserve it. So that's all I got to say, guys. I just wanted to tell you that. And take care of yourselves. And can't wait to see you guys. Thank you for everything you do for us. And remember how valuable you are on this platform. You work hard to be on here. Pat yourself on the back while this is going on, because you got this. I kid you not, you're going to be all right. Till soon, you take care of yourselves. Be well, everybody. Bye now.